Few names in the world of video games carry the weight and admiration that Hideo Kojima does. Anytime a Kojima production is either ramping up to be announced or released, his fans go kind of crazy. Not only that, fans of gaming as a whole stop and pay attention. I've always kind of looked at him like the Tarantino of video games, and I'm pretty sure that he's been compared to that for a long time. And right now, we have rumors that we know what the next Kojima production is, and I think a lot of people are going to be pretty happy about this. A while back, we heard rumors that Death Stranding 2 was in production because Norman Reedus mentioned it a few times. And that's well and good. I'm sure that there's a lot of fans of that game that would love a sequel to improve on the groundwork that was put there with the first game, but I personally didn't want that to be what was coming next. We've heard rumors about him possibly having a deal with Xbox for his next game. And if this next game that is not Death Stranding ends up being an exclusive on Xbox in any way, that's a huge win for them. What we have here comes from Tom Henderson, and if you have no idea who he is a very reputable source when it comes to leaks. He has leaked a number of things with the franchises Call of Duty, Battlefield, among others. This guy is super solid, and anytime he says something, like 99% of the time, it does end up being true. And today, he posted over at tryhardguides.com that Kojima's next game is called Overdose, and that it is a horror game. Fans of Kojima know that PT, the playable teaser for what was supposed to be Silent Hills, the game that Norman Reedus and Kojima were originally going to make before Kojima's exodus over at Konami led to him going independent. And PT has been one of the most unique and maybe even the best horror experiences that we've experienced for the last couple of decades. Now, the mind behind Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding, along with PT, is making a horror game. PT was honestly really creepy. I don't get creeped out really easily, but a lot of the gameplay stuff in there was just ingenious. The audio design, the layout of everything, and how you completed the teaser, it was just masterful. We don't see stuff like that very often. And now Tom Henderson says that early footage was sent to him under the request of anonymity that shows Mama from Death Stranding wearing a blue dress. The game does not appear connected to Death Stranding 2, just the same actress that portrayed Mama. Her name is Margaret Qualley, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And he goes on to say that footage shows a character walking through dark corridors with a flashlight in third person, but it's been suggested that it can also be played in first person. And I want to stop right there for a second. I always really liked third-person horror games. That's just how I always preferred them. Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, some of the more classic Silent Hill games. That was always more my cup of tea. But the fact that it lets you play in first person too, in case that's your preference, that's really great. He goes on to say that a jump scare at the end of the footage shows game over, followed by a Hideo Kojima game. And that statement alone right there, it carries a lot of weight. And then the title card of Overdose. Tom wasn't able to verify whether this is going to be the Xbox game that was rumored, and all signs point to this being announced at Summer Games Fest. Last week, Kojima tweeted a picture of him and Jeff Keighley on the Zoom call. Obviously, this trailer exists and it was sent to Tom, so it just may be time to start getting excited if you are a fan of Kojima. I personally can't wait for this. This would be really, really cool. He has kind of a twisted mind. A lot of the things that he likes and that he tweets about are kind of off the wall, and I love what he did with the playable teaser. PT was really, really good. It made a lot of people really sad that we never got a Silent Hill game from Kojima. A Silent Hill reboot of some kind is still happening, but Kojima has nothing to do with that whatsoever. Konami just went and found someone else to do it. There's some remakes coming. I think Silent Hill 2 is something that gets mentioned. But Kojima tipping his toes back into the world of horror after a successful but really brief foray into it with PT before. This has to get people excited. That's pretty much all the information we have for now. I would bet that this does get announced at Summer Games Fest. You know, it starts Thursday. And this does make me more excited for the show. I can't wait for the next Kojima game. Death Stranding wasn't really my thing, but horror Kojima coming back, third person being a possibility, the fact that this could be an Xbox exclusive, a lot of stuff here is really cool. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you to members of the channel for the support. You are the reason I continue to make these videos, and I appreciate you. You guys be safe out there. Hug your mom and dad.